Now I'll demo the new Vancouver enhancements for dispute management in 3 quick back-to-back demos. Let's start by taking a look at workflow enhancements, which kick off additional approvals when needed. For issuing banks, this feature helps meet the 4I principle, which is when two people sometimes need to approve things before it goes out from the bank. A new approval step has been added at the manual investigation step. Here, as the dispute agent is decisioning on a particular transaction based on all the information that they have received from both the customer and the merchant, they can elect to request that a dispute manager approve their analysis. The second new approval has been added at the review representment step under the chargeback swim lane. Here, as the dispute agent reviews a new additional information shared by the merchant, such as the receipt, and then they decide that the merchant should be refunded, they can request for an additional approval from their dispute manager. Speaking of dispute managers, next, let's take a look at the enhancements targeted towards dispute managers. The new role has a dedicated landing page in Workspace, as well as access to respective dashboards within Performance Analytics and Process Optimization. Dispute managers now have a dedicated new role in FSO. Dispute managers are greeted by a dashboard which tells them how their team is performing and if there are any missed SLAs or dispute cases that require their approval as a 4I check. They can quickly directly jump into tasks requiring their approval. They can even investigate further and jump into financial accounts and transactions, and then decide on whether they approve processing this dispute or not. Finally, we have 5 new out-of-the-box email templates which help issuing banks stay compliant with Regulation Z within the US and other international requirements from the card networks. The first email can go out upon dispute submission, letting the customer know that their dispute has been received. The second email can go out if the dispute is automatically denied based upon the predefined rules. The third email can go out if the rules determine an immediate final credit. The fourth email goes out if the rules determine a provisional credit. And finally, the fifth email can go out if there is a final credit. Let's take a quick look at how these notifications have been defined in the backend, as well as preview them. Here you can see these are the 5 email notifications that are available as part of our Vancouver release. Here is the first email that immediately goes out upon the dispute submission from the issuing bank, which is an acknowledgement that the dispute has been received, and here are the transactions that are confirmed as part of this dispute. Here is a second email in case the issuing bank's automated rule engine decline a dispute. Now, this is an email when the bank decides to make the customer whole while the dispute investigation and resolution continues. The customer receives this email letting them know of this provisional credit while the dispute gets resolved. This is the email that goes out when a decision has been made to issue final credit for a specific transaction within a dispute. This email also goes back to the customer giving them a final credit, but here it confirms that there was a problem at the merchant side. And that final email wraps up what's new in card operations as part of Vancouver. Thank you.